Hi friends, welcome. Friends, in this video we will first understand the hydrostatic law, then we will understand the aerostatic law. On the basis of hydrostatic law, we will find out the aerostatic law. So let's first start with the hydrostatic law. Here we will first understand the hydrostatic law and then we will see the definition of it. Suppose this is the free surface of the fluid as you can see in the diagram, and here this is a fluid element. Okay, this is our fluid element, and this fluid element has height equal to dz as you can see, and this fluid element is at z height from the free surface. This fluid element has its self weight which is acted from its center of gravity in the downward direction. Okay, like that, which is denoted as here W. And this fluid element acted by this fluid on its surfaces. So here let's first see this is top surface, which is acted by this fluid in downward direction like this. So here pressure acted on this surface is called as we here P1, and from bottom side also this fluid acts on this element, okay, which we will give the name as P2. As we know friends, here pressure P is equal to force upon area. So here force, that is pressure force, F is equal to P into A. So here this fluid element has area which is we will denote as here dA. Okay, dA. So here this P1 for pressure becomes here, if we want to write it in terms of force, so we will write it as P1 into dA, that is pressure force. As you can see here, this is the formula. Pressure force acting on face AC is P1 dA. Similarly here pressure force acting on surface BD is P2 dA. Okay, here, so now here see friends, the forces acting on the fluid elements are here pressure force on AC, that is AC is equal to, here we have P1 dA. Pressure force on BD, that is this surface as you can see in the diagram, is P2 dA. Then here weight of the fluid element, here friends weight of the fluid elements, that is W is equal to, as W is given as friends mass into acceleration due to gravity, that is G. So here it is mg. So further we can write it as here, as we know here friends, here density. Okay, density rho is equal to mass upon volume. This gives here m is equal to rho v. Okay, so we will write here weight is equal to mg is equal to, here as you can see here this becomes rho vg. Okay, further here we will further simplified it as here v is equal to, that is volume, here volume v is equal to, here this is dA, that is area of this fluid element. So area dA into height, that is here in this case dz. So dz, here this is the volume, as you can see this is the volume, v is equal to dA into dz. So let's put the v in this equation. So here we have now here rho into bracket v becomes here dA into dz bracket closed into G. Okay, and fourth point is here friends, pressure forces around the cylindrical portion of the element balance each other, as we have seen here in this figure. Okay, this previous I have told you about this. So here let to understand this, let's consider the AB, this surface, and CD, this surface. Okay, are opposite surfaces, as you can see, this surface and this surface. And here pressure forces acting on AB and CD are equal and opposite. Here suppose pressure force acts on this direction on this on surface AB, and pressure force act on this surface, that is surfaces CD, in this direction. These forces are equal and opposite, so they balance each other. Now see here friends, for equilibrium of this fluid element, here these forces must be equal. So here friends, as we know here, fourth point, the forces acting on the periphery, that is cylindrical portions, are balance each other, so there is no problem about that. So here we need to consider these three forces as we have seen here. So here friends, this downward forces, that is here in this case P1 dA and W is equal to P2 dA. Okay, to have the this fluid element in equilibrium. So here friends, see, for equilibrium of fluid element, upward forces, downward forces is equal to upward forces. So here downward force we have here P1 dA and W. So P1 dA plus W, P1 dA plus W is equal to, we have upward force, that is P2 dA. So here P2 dA. Let's simplify this equation. So here we have W is equal to this, that is rho g dA dz. So we will write here P1 dA plus rho g dA dz is equal to P2 dA. Now let's solve this. So here rho g dA dz is equal to P2 dA minus P1 dA. We can write it down as P2 minus P1 into bracket dA, like this. Okay, so here we have dA and dA gets cancelled out, so we left with here rho g dz is equal to, here P2 minus P1 is given as we will write down as dP. So here now we will take this dz here. So here dP upon dz is equal to rho g. This is the hydrostatic law. Okay, we will see now definition. So here this is hydrostatic law. So now how it is, let's see here friends. See, let's see the definition here first to understand. Hydrostatic law states that the rate of increase of pressure in vertically downward direction at a point in static fluid must be equal to specific weight of the fluid. So here friends, see, rate of increase of pressure, that is here dP. Okay, dP. Okay, rate of increase of pressure, that is dP, in vertically downward direction, that is here in this direction. Okay, as we know friends, here as we go down in the downward direction from top to bottom, its pressure increases. Suppose this is the pressure P, then pressure increases, then again we go further downward, pressure increases. So here rate of increase of pressure, that is here dP upon dz. Okay, dP upon dz. Okay, that is dP upon dz, the rate of increase of pressure in vertically downward direction at a point in static fluid. As we know, this is a static fluid, it must be equal to specific weight of the fluid. Here specific weight is given as W is equal to rho g. This is the specific weight. Specific weight we can calculate as, this is a capital W, that is weight is equal to, sorry, this is a small w which is equal to W, capital W upon V. This is the formula for specific weight. If we simplify this by putting the values, we will get W, that is small w, that is specific weight, is equal to rho g. So here this is the hydrostatic law. So now here friends, see, there are two cases. Case 1 which is incompressible fluids, and case 2 that is compressible fluids. So here first, in case 1, that is incompressible fluids, rho, that is density, is equal to constant. Density is constant. So here let's take our hydrostatic law, which is dp upon dz is equal to rho g. Okay, now here friends, see, now see here dp is equal to rho g dz. Now let's integrate this whole term. So here integration dp is equal to integration rho g z. As we know here friends, this rho and g are the constant, so here rho integration dp is equal to rho g integration of dz. Now let's simplify this. This dp, integration of dp is p2 minus p2 minus p1 is equal to rho g into bracket z2 minus z1. Okay, and here as we know this is height, here p2 minus p1 becomes p here, which is equal to rho g z. Okay, so here we will give it z as name. Z is a height, so here we will give it name as h. So here p is equal to rho g h. Okay, for this is for incompressible fluids. As you can see here, this shows that the pressure increases linearly vertically downwards in an incompressible fluids. Okay, so here this equation shows that the pressure increases linearly vertically downwards in an incompressible fluid. Okay, so now let's see the compressible fluid. Here for compressible fluids, rho is not constant, so here we will assume the ideal gas equation, that is p v is equal to mRT. So here let's simplify this. P is equal to m upon v RT, so this becomes p is equal to rho RT. So here now again we will simplify it. Rho becomes here p upon RT. Let's now take our hydrostatic law. So hydrostatic equation, this is friends hydrostatic equation, that is dp upon dz is equal to rho g, is our hydrostatic equation. Okay, so we will taken it. So we have taken it. So now let's put the value of rho in this equation. So here we have now dp upon dz is equal to p upon rt into g. So now let's simplify this again. Dp upon dz, here dp upon p is equal to dz upon t into g upon r. This is our equation, and this equation is called as aerostatic law. So here it is aerostatic law. This is our aerostatic law. So this aerostatic equation, that is dp upon p is equal to dz upon t into g upon r, is here aerostatic law. Here T is the temperature, R is the characteristic gas constant. So friends, in this video we have understood the hydrostatic law and aerostatic law. Thank you friends for watching this video. Like, share and comment for this video and subscribe my channel. Thank you.